Alright, so today we're going to be dividing polynomials again, but we're going to use a form of division called synthetic division. Our last video we were talking about dividing polynomials using long division. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you just how you would set these up using long division, or for synthetic division. Alright, so one of the things that's very important whether you're doing synthetic or long division is you need to check and make sure that all of your polynomials are in standard form and that you have a representative for each place. Okay, so if we look quickly, and x squared is our highest powered variable, so x squared, then we should have an x, and then we have no x. And then here it's x to the first power, and so we have an x and no x. So these are already ready to go. So what we would do is we take and we do this upside down division bar, and I think they did that just to show that it's synthetic division as opposed to long division. And then we take all of our coefficients, okay, and constants, and we write them down in order. So 6, then 3, then negative 13. Make sure to pick up the negative symbols. I know they're minus signs, but when we pull them out, they're negative symbols. All right, then we have to decide, well, what are we going to divide by? Okay, so to do that, what we do is we take what we're dividing by, the x minus 2, and we set that equal to 0. And so then we solve for x, so we'd be adding 2 here, so x equals 2, and that's the number that goes on the outside. Now technically the number on the outside in synthetic division is called k, but for our purposes we're not going to get into that why we call it k and everything right now, because that's for algebra 2. Alright, so we've got everything set up, so this is how it works every single time. Very first number, you just bring it down. Okay. Then you multiply it times the number you wrote on the outside. So we're going to put, I'm going to write this down for this one, so we're going to say this would be 2 times 6, which is 12. Okay. Then you would add these two numbers, so 3 plus 12 is 15. Then you multiply again, so here we're going to put 2 times 15, which is 30. You add these two numbers together, so negative 13 plus 30 is positive 17. Let me erase that. Okay. So it's 17. Alright, now you're thinking that doesn't look anything like my answers from long division, and you're right, we're not quite done. These are going to be our coefficients. Okay, so now when we divide an x squared by an x, right, that we're going to get an x term. So basically what you need to remember is whatever my power is here, this is going to be the next one down. So if x squared, the next down is x. So this is going to be my x term. Then after x I have no x's, and then the last thing is my remainder, which I put over what I divided by. Okay, so that is my answer. 6x plus 15 plus 17 over x minus 2 is the quotient for that polynomial division. Alright, let's take a look at another one. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is figure out, well, what number goes on the outside. So we're looking here, x plus 2 equals 0. So I'm going to subtract 2 to get x alone, so x equals negative 2. So the number outside the box is going to be negative 2. Alright, now I'm looking here, x squared, x, no x, it's in standard form, so I just write down the coefficients, 2 and 17, and then my constant, which is 14. I bring down the 2, because that's what I do. I always bring down the first number. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Now I add 17 plus negative 4 is 13. Then I multiply. Negative 2 times 13 is negative 26. Then I add 14 plus negative 26 is negative 12. Okay. So then as we go, since we're x squared divided by x, this is going to be my x term. So it'll be 2x plus 13 plus negative 12 over x plus 2. All right, let's look at some more. Okay, 16x squared minus 12 divided by x minus 2. So if you'll recall, I said we would have to have it in standard form and we'd have to have a representative for each place. Okay, so that would be 16x squared plus 0x minus 12. So, and then it would still be divided by, divided by x minus 2. Okay, and to find out what we're dividing by for our synthetic division, we'll say x minus 2 equals 0. We add 2 to both sides, and so x equals 2. Alright, so we set it up. 2 on the outside. Then we'll have 16, 0, and negative 12. We bring down the 16. We multiply. 2 times 16 is 32. We add 0 plus 32 is 32. 2 times 32 is 64. Negative 12 plus 64 is 52. So my answer, 16x plus 32 plus 52 over x minus 2. Alright, so these are in order, but we don't have a representative of the constants place, so we're going to have to put that in. So we have 3x squared minus 7x plus 0 divided by x minus 5. So now we want to solve x minus 5 equals 0. So we add 5 to both sides. We get x equals 5. So our setup is 5 on the outside, and then we do 3, negative 7, and 0. We bring down our 3. We multiply. We add. We multiply. We add. Okay. So synthetic division says these are my coefficients and my remainder. So that's going to be 3x plus 8 plus 40 divided by x minus 5. Okay, next one. So first thing I want to do is write my polynomial in standard form and put a placeholder for every place. So I've got an x squared, that's my highest power, then minus 3x, then plus 4, divided by x plus 1 is already in standard form. So x plus 1 equals 0, so x equals negative 1. So negative 1, and then we'll have negative x means there's a 1, understood 1, so that's negative 1, negative 3, and 4. So we bring it down. We multiply, we add, we multiply, we add. So since x squared was my highest power, we go 1 down from there, which will be x, so negative x minus 2 plus 6 over x plus 1. Alright, one more. We have 14 minus 5x squared, so we're going to rewrite that as negative 5x squared plus 0x plus 14, and then we're dividing that by x plus 2. Okay, so we take x plus 2 equals 0. So x will equal negative 2. We put negative 2 on the outside. We write negative 5, 0, and 14. We bring down the negative 5. We multiply. We add. We multiply. We add. So 14 plus negative 20 is negative 6. So my answer is negative 5x plus 10 plus negative 6 over x plus 2. Alright, so now you're to work on 7.4 puzzle time, and the joke is, why did the acrobat join the circus? And you're going to find out. Alright.